There is no more picturesque stadium in all of sports than the Rose Bowl. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Liberty Flames and the UCLA Bruins. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sidelines. Holly?
Guys, checking in with the Flames head coach before the game. This team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week gets a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Nice?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. So the Liberty Flames offense will be first on the attack. And here comes the sophomore running back. A 6-touchdown game in their last win. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The run to the left. Breaks into the open. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. They'll keep it on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation.
There's a crease. Past the 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Liberty!
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
He'll bring it out. It's Bettis. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Bruins offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. This guy can be dangerous. Aiden Mizell, transfer from Florida. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And there was times during the week when we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week, and we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least...
Oh, he's got some space. Bulldozes his way through. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Collins. Here's a little room there. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. On the move, it's Coleman. Got enough for the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. With the catch, it's Randolph. There he goes. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Quick release on the RPO. Looking for room at the 30. It's a seam wide. Touchdown, Flames. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
Coming out with it, it's Bettis. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
You know, I really... going to be running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good... trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to fire. He's got him. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. On target. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on 1st down. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage in predictable situations.
And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got his man on the right. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking for space, it's Coleman. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Both teams wanted to run the football. Let's see how these two guys are doing so far. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Dropping back, it's Howe. Dumps it off in the flats. Could not make his way to the corner. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Here's the give off the left side. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. Now facing a third and long. The give to the left. Could be an alley. An explosive run, and he gets it all the way up to the 50-yard line before going out of bounds. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the first half.
They'll give it to him again. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Quarterback may change this route. Dropping back, it's Howe. Escapes the pressure to his right. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And the Flames will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and take it back. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
To the air on first down. The screen, he's got wheels. At the 40, there he goes. Wide open space. Touchdown, Bruins. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. The extra point here would tie the game. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. motion. On the run, it's Coleman. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Finding in got a little grass. Tripped up for the tackle.
And I love this because you got 2nd and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and manageable. Nice job getting the run, not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the 1st down. Now you're set up for good success on 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. Turning it on! And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
And these 3rd downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the 3rd down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
The Flames have it with a 1st and 10. They've got him looking to run, but they're going to throw it. Finds his big tight end. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37. And the Flames are moving quickly down the field. He wants to change this route. Looking for a man. It's Howe. Quickly out to the tight end. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to...
Just steam, and the ball's on the ground. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Knocked down, but not before he gets the 1st. After recovering the fumble. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The Bruins call timeout. It's their 1st. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. The Flames are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Clock has stopped. Timeout has been called by UCLA. It's their 2nd. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Touchdown, Flames! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throws for the tight end. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Shakes a man, and he might take off. The 20.
Contested. I'm gonna just catch it, bounce off the
Looking for the time with the extra point.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Copeland. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Making side adjustments here. Dropping back, it's Hout. Throwing right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Flames send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Stopped in the backfield as this defense doesn't want to let anything slip through here late in the half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. Let's take a look at the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the number 9 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's the Aggies in real jeopardy of kissing that top 10 ranking goodbye. They're being punked right now, dominated in every aspect of the game, and we haven't even hit halftime. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back over to your game inside the historic Rose Bowl. We figured we'd be in store for a defensive stalemate. Instead, these two teams have moved the football on the ground. Kind of a throwback game, and I'm not sure there's any need to change it up in the second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the Rose Bowl.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much running room as he'd hoped. He's out of bounds at the 13. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think it's...
Might have a chance. Slides to the ground after picking up the first. Great play on second and short. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. And the Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds a tight end down the gut. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
He's like a loose boulder, just caroms his way to the 32. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They'll move the wide receiver. Right back to it. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Off the boot, looking for his man. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Great shot at a field goal from here. You don't want to be reckless and take it off the board, but you got to go for the score. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The Flames come out ready to go to work on offense. And after that last field goal, they start this 3rd quarter, finding themselves playing from behind. The run inside. It's Udo. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Flames headed quickly to the line. Keep it on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side. Maybe a crease. Powers through. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. And the Flames are rolling down the field. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air. It's Howe. Almost had the completion. Just missed it. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Running inside. It's Udo. How about picking up tough yards like that as he gets to the 22? Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? They'll try to power their way ahead. Breaks into the end zone. Touchdown, Liberty. They take the lead here in the second half. Third touchdown of the game. A third of his season total. He now has 9 on the year. He's quite familiar with the end zone. His 75th career touchdown run.
You know, we're in the era in college football where there's a lot of running back by committee. This guy has been the bell cow. He's been the focal point of this offense. To stay healthy, to be consistent, and to reach that number is ridiculous.
Right, it just shows you how special he is, because you're right. They want to throw it all over the yard in today's college football, but they continue to give it to him because he continues to find the end zone, and again, for the 75th time.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lee. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Back to pass on second down. A little release to the back. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Working.
Are you fucking kidding? What the fuck are you backing up to? What are you backing up to? You see him cut, and he stays backing up. This nigga makes the cut on the ball before this dumbass bitch does. And then throws the most perfect dot possible.
And it'll be enough for the first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Got it behind the line. It's Moore. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. As we head into the fourth quarter, both teams hoping to rely on the running game. Here's how the two backs stack up. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Gonna look downfield again. Pocket breaking down. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
That's an incompletion, and really poor accuracy by the quarterback there. When you're throwing the ball down the field, you don't need to make it perfect, but you do got to put it somewhere around your receiver. You got to give him an opportunity to go up and make a play for it.
And the missed connection on third down. The Bruins line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Oh, he's got some space. He finds his way out to the 13-yard line, and they're out of trouble with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Udo. Makes it past the marker. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. And whistles as we stop play. A man down. They'll check on him. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Might be calling a hot route. Running it to the right. There's some room. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, UCLA! And what a turn of events as this defense gets to pick 6.
Well, this has been a defensive war, and you're just wondering which side could hang on long enough. But how about the defense coming away with a big pick 6 late to take the lead? You got to step up in big moments. You saw the ball thrown, you pluck it out of the air, you find your convoy, and you're off to the races. That is an outstanding game-changing play.
Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
You know, a big part of a quarterback's accuracy is his ability to step into throws. To be accurate, you've got to be able to be on balance, stepping in and following through. Because of that pass rush, that QB had no shot.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Udo. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Offense changing the play. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Looking to the big tight end. He makes a catch.
And that was a play they absolutely had to have. 4th down, down by 1 possession. You've got to find a way. Someone's got to step up and make a play, and they did it right there. That is going to be huge for their confidence.
The Flames will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Udo. Turns it on in midfield. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Hout. On target. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Flames racing to the line in the hurry-up. Running inside. It's Udo. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Flames kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Makes a grab and room to run. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. The defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
Looking for a crease to the left. Maybe some room here. Got enough space. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. He's got the tight end. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! They've tied the game in the final seconds. They just put a field goal on the board, and now they'll line up for the onside kick.
And this kicker has ice water in his veins. 4th quarter, you need to make the field goal to tie it up, and that kid just drilled it.
4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
First play of the first possession of OT. He'll start this drive firing. If he runs this back, this game's over. And that will put a stamp on it. A game siding play as they seal it with a pick. Here comes Liberty's offense, and we'll see what they have dialed up for this drive. It's so important in overtime, Jesse, to put that first score on the board.
You're absolutely right, Reese. Execution now is at a premium. You've got to run your best stuff. Everybody has got to be on the same page because you cannot afford negative plays here, David.
No, because the defense is going to know exactly what they need when they get on the field. So you've got to put some form of points on the board with this first possession.
First down, and they'll win it with any kind of score here in overtime. Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. Looking for room. It's Udo. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Training staff checking out this junior defensive tackle. We hope this is not serious, and he gets back in the fray shortly. The run to the right. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The officials stop play as they come out to tend to this injured Bruin. That is a guy you cannot afford to lose in overtime. Third and long now as this defense tries to force another overtime period. He might want another play. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. 3rd and long, and they want to be careful here not to go backwards and make a potential game-winning kick tougher. Goes to the option. Now the toss. Picks up the first down. He's wrestled to the ground. They ran the option beautifully, and they pick up the first down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. You just hope he's shaken up momentarily and can return somewhere here in overtime. A first down run on the doorstep. He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving.
How about getting that big play on the ground here in OT? Great job up front by the offensive line. This has been a long, hard-fought, physical game, but these guys look like they could play for at least another couple of quarters.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Flames! Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, and that's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect on them.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. 2 ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.